Hi, it's Karen Selleck here again. I'm recording this on March 19th, 2022. Today I'm stepping out of my usual realm of legal issues to discuss something that might turn out to be very important to your future. I've been a gold bug since the 1970s. I read Murray Rothbard's book, What Has Government Done to Our Money, about 50 years ago. It's a great little book, only about 120 pages long. It was first published in 1963 and it's now in its 5th edition. You can get a free PDF copy from the Ludwig von Mises Institute. I will put a link in the notes. You can even read it in Spanish, Danish, or Hungarian, or get it as an audiobook. Rothbard's book is a primer on the history of money, the importance of gold and silver as money, and the mess that governments around the world have made of monetary systems and currencies in general. It talks about the history of private coinage, Gresham's law, the money supply and its effect on price levels, and so on. As a result of reading Rothbard, and many other books subsequent to that, I've been interested for many decades in buying and selling gold and silver in various forms, sometimes in specie, in certificates, in exchange-traded funds, in shares of mining companies, and so on. About 6 months ago, I stumbled upon an entirely new, at least new to me, way of investing in gold and silver. It's called Kinesis Money, and I'll give you my referral link in a moment, a few minutes, so you can go investigate it for yourself. Kinesis Money focuses on gold and silver, but also offers a bunch of different cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, which don't at the moment interest me. However, what's interesting about it to me is that it offers a digital form of metal-backed currency that's not run by any government. This is a company that's out there in the world dealing in the free market with people like me who want to own precious metals and want to use precious metals. Essentially, we want to go onto the gold standard, but we don't want the inconvenience of having to, lug around our silver or gold in physical form in order to pay for what we're buying, or having to weigh out tiny little amounts of gold or silver to pay for just like one loaf of bread. So when you buy gold or silver or crypto through Kinesis Money, they actually do have vaults, at least for the metals, in which your gold and silver is kept. There are vaults located in 9 different countries around the world, and the vaults are audited regularly to ensure that the metals that are supposed to be there are actually there. So your account is kept in digital form, in whatever currency you choose. If you choose to keep gold, then you buy a currency called KAU. And 1 KAU is backed by 1 gram of gold, currently trading at about $62 US. The symbol KAU, of course, is derived from the fact that gold on the periodic table of elements is represented by the symbol AU from the Latin word aurum. With Kinesis Money, there's also a currency called KAG, which is backed by 1 ounce of silver, which currently sells at about $25 US, but of course the price will fluctuate. And of course the name KAG comes from the fact that silver on the periodic table is represented by AG from the Latin argentum, or maybe argentum. Once you have a Kinesis Money account, you can stock it with gold, silver, Bitcoin, or a few other cryptocurrencies that I don't pay much attention to, or you can put US dollars into your account for later conversion. Then you can trade among these currencies within your account, or use your account to pay other people for things you're buying. Also, if you sell things, if you're selling something to someone else who has a Kinesis account, then you can also have them transfer a KAU or a fraction of a KAU, so a gram of gold or a fraction of a gram of gold, to your account. So that's how you can do business on the gold standard right now. If you're interested in arbitraging between gold and silver because you think that one is getting ahead of the other in value, it's very simple to exchange whatever quantity of KAGs you own for some KAUs, or vice versa. If you're interested in Bitcoin or any of the other cryptos, you can, within your Kinesis account, exchange some of your gold, silver, or US dollars or other cryptos for Bitcoin when the exchange rate looks favorable to you, and the exchange rate fluctuates constantly. The Kinesis platform is very easy to navigate, and it's actually quite hypnotizing for me. I love to go there and watch prices change and see how things have done in trades that I've made in the past. And the price ratios between one currency and another are constantly updated to reflect market conditions. So if you make a transaction, it takes about 2 or 3 seconds to process, and you can access your account either on your desktop computer or even on an app on your phone. Now, you do pay a small fee for making an exchange from one currency to the other, or for paying some third party in Kinesis currency, but it really is a small fee. I don't have the figure right here, but you can find that out by looking at the Kinesis literature. Now, here's the bonus. All those tiny fees that Kinesis gets for handling all these exchanges and transactions between people goes into a pool, a fee pool. And a portion of that fee pool, a certain percentage, is set aside for paying a yield to the people who are Kinesis account holders and Kinesis users. So you can keep all of your money, if you think that's advantageous, in gold and silver. You can arbitrage between metals when it looks to be advantageous. You can use your account to spend or receive payments from third parties, and you can still earn a small passive yield based on holding these currencies and using them. There are actually several kinds of yield, I think 4 or 5, based on what activities you do within Kinesis. Now here's a screenshot showing that in February 22, which was the first whole month when I did actually have money in my Kinesis account, I actually did receive some yield on my gold and silver accounts, but I'm not going to show you how much. The best part is yet to come. Kinesis is working on distributing a debit card to all account holders, which will allow you to use your account just like your domestic checking account with Canadian or US dollars in it. Only you'll have gold or silver or whatever you choose in it. So you'll be able to go into your local grocery store and pay for things with your Kinesis debit card, just as you would with your debit card from, say, the Bank of Montreal or a US bank. The transaction will be seamless, and your account will be debited with whatever tiny fraction of a gram of gold or tiny fraction of an ounce of silver is necessary to translate into the currency that you need to pay in. So the debit card isn't here yet, but Kinesis is hoping to have it ready within a few months. So eventually, you'll be able to keep all your currency in a safe metal-backed form, earning a small yield, but still available to you for everyday transactions such as buying your groceries. Okay, I've barely scratched the surface in this video, but of course you will want to check it out for yourself before you decide to open an account. There is a ton of information on the Kinesis site explaining how it works and answering all the questions you may have. And there are lots of videos you can watch that explain things. There are also frequent updates from Kinesis Director Andrew McGuire that will help you get your head around how this works and update you on the latest, his latest views about gold and silver. The one thing that I ask is that you please use my referral code when you go to check out Kinesis and when you open an account there. Every Kinesis account holder is assigned a referral code. And as we individually help this private monetary system to grow by bringing others into the system, we get rewarded for doing so. So this aligns all our interests. As far as I'm concerned, it's in everybody's interest to move to a private, non-governmental monetary system. And in fact, what reminded me today to make this video was an email I got from Kinesis telling me that somebody I had referred a week or so ago has opened an account using my referral link. So as a result, I will get a small reward. I can't tell you the value. It depends on what my referred customer does with his own account eventually. But you will also be eligible to do the same thing so that we can grow this community of people who are on the gold standard independent of government. So here's my referral code on the screen, and I will also put it in the notes with a hyperlink. Please check this out, and I hope to see you on Kinesis. I'm a big fan of getting ahead of what the government is trying to do to us all. Please do the same. You know that if you keep your assets in cash, they're going to rapidly deplete in value. Governments simply can't print money the way they've been doing these last 2 years without causing massive inflation. We're just starting to see it now, but the inflationary trend will become more and more apparent as time goes on. So protect yourself now by owning hard assets that the government can't devalue. Of course, there are other risks. There are always risks. Maybe the governments of all the countries where Kinesis vaults are located will simply confiscate the entire inventory of metals. Evil things like this have been known to happen before. Do your own research and make your own judgment as to which risks you want to take. You probably won't want to put all of your assets in Kinesis. But one more word. You may think that this whole Kinesis thing is a giant scam. I certainly worried about that at first. And I'm not giving you any personal guarantee that it isn't. use your own judgment. But I don't think it's a scam. I've looked around a lot. I've read their material. I've watched their videos. I've looked at the people and institutions who've signed up with them and partnered with them to provide services. And to me, this looks very genuine. So once again, here's my referral link, and I hope to see you in Kinesis. Bye-bye.